Welcome to the TLC, the Life Coach Podcast with Matt Halloran. Every week, one of the world's top life coaches, Matt Halloran, will share his wisdom through stories and ideas to help you live the best life possible. Success is only a podcast away. Now, please welcome your host, Matt Halloran.
Well, hello and welcome to episode number 9. Today we're going to talk about truth and truths and people's interaction with the truth. So for fun, and this is going to sound incredibly nerdy, but for fun, I like to challenge my brain, and I like to challenge my brain with courses that I am able to get for free from some of the greatest universities in the United States and around the world. There are these things, they're just free courses, and you can download them for free from iTunes University. And I was taking a long road trip. I was driving to go see a client, and I started to study metaphysics. Now, my undergraduate degree is in philosophy, and so we dabbled in metaphysics, but my whole thing was ethics, which is what is right. And metaphysics, just by definition, is really the abstract theory of reality. Like the first principles of things, like what is being, knowing, substance, cause, identity, time, and space. Now, that sounds pretty deep, and mind you, well, it is. And it's a lot of fun because it makes you really, really think about what is real and how we interact with the world. But if you heard one of those words that I used to describe the definition of metaphysics, the other one is knowing, which in turn got me to think about another philosophical area of study called epistemology, which is the study and nature of belief and truth, right? Which led me to think, okay, so what is truth? How do we figure out what's true to us? And then how do we interact with the truth on a regular basis? In Jesus Christ Superstar, there's an absolutely fantastic quote that Pontius Pilate says to Jesus, which is, "We all have truths, are mine the same as yours." And I heard that for the first time when I was probably 14 or 15 years old, and it's always stuck with me because can the truth be entirely relative? Well, according to some people, it's not. The truth is the word of God, or the truth is the word of Allah, or Jehovah, or whoever. The truth is the word of Buddha, Confucius, Lao Tzu, whoever you believe, right, which is a huge component of all of those people who I just talked about, which is mostly a religious context. Is that really what is true? Well, I don't know. And I don't know how you think about the truth. But the biggest problem with the word, the truth, is your truth becomes your reality. So the idea of the podcast today is to challenge your truth. Whatever you hold so tightly and so close to you that you think is your truth, why? Why is it your truth? Has it been something that you were just brought up with and you've been brainwashed to believe? Is it something that you found on your own and you explored and you had an epiphany and this became your truth? But if that's true, is that then subjective? Is there a real philosophical underlying truth? And philosophers have been wrestling with this really for thousands of years. And I want you to wrestle with it for a little while because your truths are not able to be discussed outside of feeling. And when you're in a discussion with somebody you love, or when you're in a discussion with somebody who you're trying to convert to your truth, you have to realize that in order to get to the truth, you have to get around their feelings surrounding their subjective idea of the truth. As a life coach, it's important to help my clients figure out what their reality is. Truth is a major aspect of reality. And as a life coach, another thing that I try to do with my clients is to try to make them realize that they have strong emotional ties to different truths in their life that actually might not be true. Sometimes they never even really happened. But there's such a visceral, such an internally strong feeling surrounding this truth that they act in a manner that doesn't make their lives as wonderful as they would want it to be. And you can't argue how somebody feels about the truth. I can't do that. I can challenge it. But if somebody says to me, Matt, I feel this way, I can't tell them that what they're feeling is wrong. I can say that their feeling might be misguided. I can say that their feeling might be based off of not all of the facts, or that you're not taking in all situations and looking at how you should or could or possibly want to feel about a specific thing. But I can't challenge the feeling. And so many of us in life, we do that. We're consistently challenging how people feel about stuff. I can't control how you feel. And a lot of times you can't even control how you feel about stuff unless you become aware of your feelings surrounding whatever those truths are. This is a huge issue in relationships, both spouse, significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend, father, son, father, grandson, every iteration that you can think of. This is a huge component. Because when somebody actually opens themselves up to you and says, I feel this way, there's a level of vulnerability that we have to accept, that we have to say, wow, man, you just shared something with me that might not be incredibly easy, even if it's anger. But they opened up. You have to respect that feeling. You have to embrace that feeling, and you have to meet that person where they're at when they are experiencing that feeling. I believe that's what truth is. Truth is meeting somebody where they are in the situation that they're in and allowing them to be honest, to tell how they feel about their truths, to tell us what their truths are, and allowing people to have a conversation surrounding those truths that aren't antagonistic, that aren't trying to cause a fight. And the best way to do that, as I've said in a lot of other podcasts, is to listen. Listen to other people's truths. Listen to other people's feelings surrounding their truths. You can learn so much. And what you're also going to find out very quickly is so many of us feel the same way. Even if our truths have different foundations, we are all still just little itty bitty people spinning around on a planet, spinning around a sun, spinning around a galaxy. We are so much more alike than we are different. And if you attack somebody's feelings surrounding their truths, conversation ends. If you embrace their feelings surrounding the truth, conversation can begin.
Thank you for taking the time out of your busy life to listen to our podcast. Remember, a single change, no matter how big or small, can start you on your path to live your best life possible. You deserve it. We will see you on the other side of the mic soon. Have a wonderful day.